is an amateur super lightweight bout, which will be contested over 3 3-minute rounds. And introducing first, fighting out of the blue corner, he weighed in at 74.95 kilos and trains out of Black Dragon Kai. With 3 fights as an amateur, he holds 1 win. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Brendan Juicy Smith. And his opponent, fighting out of the red corner, he weighed in at 75.0 kilos and trains out of KMA Top Team, holding an undefeated amateur record of 1 win with 0 defeats. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Tai Say Goodnight Hardy. And when the action begins, your referee in charge, Peter Hickmott.
Brendan Smith in the blue corner, Tai Hardy in the red corner. Round number 1, XFC.
Very interesting matchup. Look for Tai to use his wrestling or use his strikes to get in. Give him a strike tonight, maybe. Lands a nice little left and a knee.
Yeah, nice uppercut hook combo there from Tai Hardy.
And there it is. There's the Brian Ebersol wrestling there.
And Smith cut early above his right eye.
Not the first time we've seen him bloodied up,
I was just
lads.
about to mention that, Wombat. One of the biggest cuts I've ever seen in amateur MMA in his last outing.
Yeah, 100%.
In a terrible spot as well.
And did not give up. He wanted to keep going, but unfortunately the referee had to stop that fight. It was a big gash. We got sprayed, didn't we, lads?
Yes.
We got sprayed.
We sure did.
Not the first, not the last time.
Still don't have my dry cleaning bill covered by Matt Walden. Matt Walden, I'm after you, baby.
Tai Hardy using good pressure from this position.
Landed a little sneaky knee there too.
Yeah, I like the forearm use there as well. Looking to get Brendan Smith back off the cage.
So guillotine attempt here. Tricky angle to try and finish though.
Yeah, but he's done that well and he's got his back flat on the ground. I think that's what he was doing there. Just
I think that was more about position, that guillotine attempt.
100%.
So Tai Hardy with some nice control time early in the first round.
Ebersol calling for some nice short hands.
And a staple there with one leg and some big shots landed from Tai Hardy.
Yeah, you can see the head rocking back with those shots,
Just
can't
doesn't
you?
want to give Smith too much room to bounce back up from here.
The bull warning Brendan there for fingers in the cage.
Hardy's going to want to sit him back down. Tuck those hips in now. And he's landing some big shots.
So Hardy doing a good job staying nice and close to the hips of Brendan Smith here, making it really hard for Brendan to try and get any sort of escape going.
Yeah, Smith now in the gutter.
And gentlemen, I wonder if that's the old cut that's opened up on Brendan Smith.
It is probably in the same spot there. Bit of scar tissue, you know, it's much easier to come open. But we know he's not going to go. It doesn't matter if he opens up, mate. This guy's going to keep going all night.
And he tends to start a little bit slow, but his versatility kicks in the later rounds. And if Hardy's not careful, he will feel that sting.
Yeah, 100%. That's what we mentioned before against David Chan. He lost the opening round and then come back. Did a good job there, elevated the hips.
Beautiful Toriando pass to the big right hand there.
I am enjoying Hardy's composure here. He's not rushing.
And there's the end of the round. That's a very, very good first opening round there by Tai Hardy. He's taken that one.
And Tai Hardy opting not to use the stool. Looks like Brendan Smith doing the same, so maybe a nod to both fighters' conditioning there.
Yeah, not giving away too much, are the lads? They don't want to show the other opponent what's going on.
Brian Ebersol has never really been a stool man. I know when I used to corner him back in the days, we would sit in the cage. We would just both sit down, have a little chat, have some tea, discuss the world, politics.
Tea and a few
and then
sandwiches
get on to the next
by the
round.
look of it.
He has, I think he's eaten the whole tray. Don't tell him I said that.
Love you, baby.
As we move into round number 2.
Oh, we're getting
he is a
choke later, aren't we?
He is a fan of the cage side
This
sandwiches.
isn't being filmed, is it?
100% he loves those cage
In
side
charge,
sandwiches.
Peter Hickmont, the ball.
Here we go, round number 2. Nice right hands land there from Brendan.
Hardy's still doing a good job with angles there and feints. I liked that. Looking for a trip,
Interesting to see
looking
that
for the leg. I like this.
interesting that he chose to
Ebersol
grapple there.
101. Yeah, look, he could quite easily control it on the feet too, Wombat, but he is comfortable on the ground. He's comfortable in this top position, and he's doing some of his best work there.
And steps over into mount here. As we see, once again, this top control clinic continuing here from Tai Hardy. And look at this, now establishing position, trying to break posture. And here comes the damage, boys. Some big shots.
Big shot lands. Got to be careful. He's got to mind his P's and Q's.
Yeah, Brendan's going to have to scramble.
So once again, Tai grabbing the inside of his thigh to try and stop the extension of that shoulder lock.
Which is legal. You are allowed to grab your own shorts.
And out of danger now as that submission attempt fizzles.
But threatened well, and he's grabbed half guard again from this. He's landing strikes here, Tai.
He's such a physical fighter, Tai Hardy. Very strong young man. You can tell just by looking at his physique. And right now giving Brandon Smith very little room to breathe.
And you know what? If you see Tai out of camp, the guy is massive. Loves lifting weights. He really is a big dude. But you know what? In his last fight, again, went all 3 rounds and he showed great conditioning. So, you know, usually you see those stockier, musclier guys, you know, they wane off at the last couple of rounds. But no, Tai keeps going.
Wombat, after the last XFC, we actually had to go to McDonald's because everything was closed, and we took Tai to McDonald's. Tai looked like a fish out of water at McDonald's.
Oh, here we go. Armbar attempt, gentlemen.
Look out.
Looks like the elbow's in too. Tai Hardy stacking, doing the right thing.
Great
Very
job there
good
by
skill
Tai.
there.
Very good defense.
And he's working that eye nicely as well.
So Tai's got to be careful here because the angle is still there for Brandon Smith, but as he does well now to pass the guard and into almost like a north-south position, and a lot of blood starting to leak from Brandon Smith.
Yeah, you can see the blood from Brendan Smith on the outside left leg of Tai Hardy.
Very strong position here again for Tai. Strong side control.
Good use of forearm by Hardy.
So 20 seconds to go in what has been 2 dominant rounds here for Tai Hardy, and Brandon Smith sharing some DNA in the cage there with him tonight.
10 seconds to go.
Oh, some knees to the body from bottom.
There we go. That's the end of the round. Quick 10 seconds, that one, lads. We have a look. Tai walking over to his corner, sucking in the big ones.
Absolutely covered in claret, Wombat, but I don't think any of it is
So,
from
ladies
him.
and gentlemen, a big thank you to Advantage Training Solutions. Advantage Training Services, providing all your first aid and medical coverage needs. Pete has been supporting MMA for over 10 years. Book your first aid course that is tailored for your MMA requirements. Find them on Facebook under Advantage Training Solutions. And of course, a big thank you again to Brisbane Lawyers. Brisbane Lawyers specialise in car accidents, work-related accidents, medical negligence, the construction industry, and much, much more. For a free case assessment, contact Brisbane Lawyers on Facebook.
And you might have heard Dan on the stream there. Brisbane Lawyers. You've been in a car accident or work accident, make sure you hit Brisbane Lawyers. Very, very good friends of XFC.
I've got him on speed dial. As we start the second stanza.
Nice knee lands there from Tai.
And Tai working on maybe a guillotine. Brandon Smith dropping down to the mat, and the boys right in front of us here in the commentary booth.
Some nice little body shots landed by Hardy.
So good job framing there, trying to create some space for Tai Hardy. And here come the hammer fists.
Oh, big right hand lands.
If Ty's not careful, he's going to spray blood on our sandwiches.
You'll have to answer to Brian Ebersol, though, if that's the case.
Hardy doing a good job inside control. Keeping nice and busy. Not doing anything he doesn't need to.
And Brandon Smith once again showing just how tough he is. As we see Tai Hardy working on a head and arm choke. The cage is going to hinder him here, though. It's going to be hard to create the angle to finish this choke. There's a little bit of room there, but Brandon Smith does well getting that arm back.
Yeah, Smith now looking to use the cage.
Full mount here, looking to posture up.
Hardy doing a great job.
And he's got him away from the cage for the first time here.
Putting Smith right in the corner of Ebersol, though.
Yeah, 100%.
We'll talk him through from here.
So grapevining the legs here and mount. You do sacrifice a little bit of posture here in this grapevine position, but it does take away some of the escapes of your opponent.
And Brendan doing a pretty good job here. You know, he's been mounted for quite a while now, and he's doing a good job to avoid a lot of damage.
Yeah, riding high now in the mount. Looks to posture and land some big shots.
Dan, what should he be doing from here, mate?
Well, it's a really tricky position to be in, obviously, in bottom mount. This is not where you want to be in MMA. It's a lot of damage potential from the top, so Brandon Smith should be looking to hip escape, try and get back to a half guard, get up onto his side in a half guard, and then try and get back to his feet. But obviously, that's much easier said than done. Tai Hardy doing a really good job of riding the hips of Brandon Smith. So when you see a good mount player, they do a really good job riding with the buck and ensuring that they don't lose position.
And if I'm in Hardy's corner right now, I'm also trying to just think about that position. I don't want to lose that position. And I certainly don't want to give it up cheaply.
And to Brandon Smith's credit, he is doing a lot of the right things. We saw a nice hip escape there, getting him back to a knee shield half guard at the moment. But it's just unstoppable on top, isn't he? Tai, say goodnight, Hardy.
We can definitely tell who's in his corner. I mean, this is Brian Ebersol 101. Lands a nice shot there.
Nice shots landed
Another
there.
nice shot. Finishing the round very strong.
Finishing touches on a beautiful performance there from Mr. Hardy. And, well, gentlemen, I'm going to head in the cage and make it official.
As we go to the judges, we'll
So,
see.
ladies and gentlemen, after 3 rounds of action, we go to the judges' scorecards for a decision. All 3 judges score the bout 30-27 for your winner in the red corner, Tai. Say goodnight, Hardy.